Chosen One!
Welcome to The Chosen One. I am your host, Qui-Gon Din, and today on Meta Spotlight, we're looking at the Return of the Jedi Trials, an official AMG GT that was ran in the United Kingdoms. This was a 44-player event and was, I believe, 6 rounds of Swiss. So we're going to look at the top 8 lists and kind of just go from there and see what the meta is looking like at the current state of the game. So we got 8th place. We got a standard Obi-Wan Republic list. I believe this was an Obi Anchor, and he played all of the pairings, but Obi-Wan is still one of these primaries. I believe you're going to see a lot of just Republic representation because this is the UK, and they very much prefer good guys. So nothing out of the ordinary here. This is a very standard list. We got Delta as well doing its thing. We got Hunter. Hunter's been having a pretty good resurgence because of Boss. So all in all, fairly standard 8th place list. And we got our 7th place list. This was a 2x2. This is Leia with Low Gray, standard Ewoks, C3PO R2, Rebel Commandos, Pathfinders with Chewie and Low Gray. And then we got an Andor Kanan list. Overall, it's still cool to see Ewoks still doing their thing. Low Gray is definitely the payoff for playing that list. He is probably one of the strongest repositioning of the board primaries in the game currently. But I think you definitely got to watch where you play this list. Andor Kanan, again, you're looking at a standard package here. Sabine instead of Callus is interesting, but I believe with the way the list plays, the extra mobility is nice. Into our 6th place list, we got an Anakin with Hunter list. I believe you probably played this once, but we got, again, Andor with PLC this time around. This is a fairly standard PLC list. It is interesting that there's no Baze and Turi here and that there is no Rebel Commandos here. So even with Rebel Pathfinders and Han and Chewie, the Andor train can still deliver. In 5th place, we got, again, another standard Andor with PLC, and then we got Vader and Moff Gideon. This is going to be the one time we see Empire in Top Cut for this event. It is a fairly standard. It's cool. We're seeing ISB. This is a list that's going to like to get into melee, be really kind of aggressive. Vader is still really a strong killing piece. It's a really weird meta for him right now. And we got 4th place. We got another 2x2. This time it's Anakin Obi-Wan. And then we got the IG-88 list here, which is with Mando and Cad Bane, with Boba Fett, Han and Chewie, and then R2. So we got some really good supports. We got heavy hitting bounty hunters. So it's another attrition list that just allows you to have high output. In 3rd place, we're looking at another Republic list, another Obi-Wan doing his thing. We got the interesting list here is Mace with Wolf and 501st. He played this with Obi-Wan once, and Wolf is an interesting secondary in a slot. You don't see him generally played with Mace all that much, but it is cool seeing it. Wolf is a character that I believe people should be looking at. And again, we got more Hunter, and then, Mundi. Mundi is doing his thing still. 2nd place, we got the classic Anakin Mundi list. This is Anakin Rex Art, 501st with Mundi, Shakti, and the ARPs. And then again, Cassian Jin. This is the classic pairing of Cassian K2SO with Rebel Commandos. Jin, Bodhi, Rook, and Baze and Turret. This is a fairly standardized list at this point. Again, you're seeing Cassian with Rebel Commandos and Baze and Turret, plus whatever kind of you want to fit into that shell. And then we got first place. So Peter McGabe here, he's taking, again, it's Cassian with PLC. It's the standard try true pairing of K2SO with Rebel Commandos, Basenshurt, Bodhi Rook. You there's this list is going to be popping up until something happens with Cassian. And then he took a list that I'm very familiar with. It is Mace Mundi. And again, Mace Mundi is kind of a displacement control list. It does a lot of shoving. He's opting to play Ahsoka rather than Pons or Rex. It's a tried and true list that I have put on the table quite a bit. I enjoy this list a lot. You've heard me talk about Mace Mundi on this channel a bit, so it's cool seeing it that it got a win. But he did play the majority of his rounds. He did play Andor PLC the majority of the event, and Andor with PLC is definitely looking like probably the list to beat at the moment. It offers a lot of revenge and a lot of extra movement. So very, very solid list. This has been basically a little spotlight meta. Andor is still being the thing that's really being dominant in this day and age of the game. And it will be interesting to see what eventually displaces Andor from being top dog, but I don't think it's going to happen for the foreseeable future. Not without a couple new releases or some tweaks with an update. I think Andor is going to be here to stay, and if the trend continues, I expect Andor to be the most represented thing at Adepticon, and I can see that going forward. Thank you for watching this episode of The Chosen One, a Star Wars Shatterpoint podcast. If you want to catch the next video, you can watch the one linked above, or you can just go and listen to the podcast on the playlist below. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your support.